Hello guys, this is Ms. Juarez again with today's lesson. Today's objective will be, we will know how to compare and order to the thousands place. We will understand how to compare and order decimals using symbols greater, less, or equal to. And we will be able to represent, compare, and discuss how to compare decimal sentences with a partner. Okay, you will need your pencil and your journal. Hello guys, here we have our journal. So let's turn into the next blank page. These are all our lessons that we have done. So let's find your next blank page. Okay, our TEK number is 5.2b. And like I told you in the objective, today we're going to be comparing decimals. So our title for right now, it's going to be Comparing Decimals. Okay, so we already moved on from multiplication and division, even though we're going to still be practicing. So don't forget to practice your multiplication and your division. Now we're going to start focusing on comparing decimals. Okay, there are 3 steps for you to do whenever you have a problem with decimals. So the first step, I'm going to put it in green so you remember. The first step when you're comparing decimals is that you have to build or make a place value chart. And you know the place value chart, right? It's whenever you have your ones, your tens, hundred, thousands, etc. That's your place value chart. So you are always going to make or build a place value chart. That's step 1. Step 2, you will place or put place numbers in the place value chart. So first you make your place value chart and then you start putting in the numbers in the place value chart. Meaning you're going to line up your numbers, your ones, tens, hundred, thousands, all line up nice and neatly on that place value chart that you're creating. Okay, that is step 2. Step 3, you will start from greatest. Greatest means the biggest. So you will start from greatest place value and compare digits. And as you know, digits are just a number, right? That's a digit, a number. Okay, so first you will build a place value chart. Step 2, place numbers in the place value chart. And last, you will start from the greatest place value and compare the digits. So let me show you exactly what that means. Okay, I'm going to list right here a few numbers that we're going to try to compare or put in order from greatest to least or from biggest to small. Okay, so our first digit is 26 and your decimal 15 hundredths. Then you will need 26 and 5 tenths, right? Because that's a tens value. The third digit or number that we're writing is 26 and 1/10. The fourth number we're writing is 26 and 5 hundredths, because this is in the hundred spot. Okay, so our question here is which numbers, or list your numbers in order from greatest to least. You could always do least to greatest, but this question is from greatest to least. Okay, so what is step 1? It says build a place value chart, right? So if that's our step 1, well, let's build a place value chart. So you're going to line it up or make your place value chart down here. So how do we do that? Well, we're just going to start creating a place value chart. So here's my first. Okay, 2, 3, small one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so right here on this smaller box that I made is my decimal. So all these right here will be my decimals, right? Okay, on the top is where I'm going to put the name of each place value. So for example, this will be, if my decimal is right here, the number on the left will be the ones. So I will write ones, right? You have learned that since, I believe, kindergarten. So here's my ones. Here's my tens. What continues? Hundreds, right? 100. Okay, 100, tens, ones. Okay, if this is my decimal, then this will be my tens with the TH at the end. So tens. Then my hundreds. Hundredths. THS at the end. And thousands with the THS at the end. Okay, so if here's my decimal, to the left is ones, tens, hundred. That's your whole numbers. And to the right, it's a tens, hundreds, thousandths. Okay, that's a review from 4th grade. Okay, so that's step 1. Check. I have my place value chart. Step 2, I have to place numbers in the place value chart. So I have to place these numbers right here, because these are the numbers. Let me circle them for you. These are the numbers that I have to put here and on the place value chart so I could compare the decimals. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first number, 26 and 15 hundredths. So I'm going to write, this is my ones, this is my tens, right? So 26. Here's my decimal. That's my tenths, 1/10, and 5 hundredths. Check. First number down. Second number. This is my ones, this is my tens. So again, 26. Here's my decimal. And then 5 tens. There's 0 hundredths. I could put a 0 or I could just leave it blank. You don't have to put a 0. You could imagine that the 0 is there. Third number, 26. That's my ones, that's my tens, right? So again, 26, decimal, 1/10. Last number, ones and tens, right? 26, decimal, and 0 and 5 hundredths. Tens, hundredths. Okay? So I have my second step done. Check. I did the first step, build the place value chart. Second step, place numbers in the place value chart. Done. Third, start from greatest place value and compare the digits. Okay, I compare them starting with the greatest place value, which was the tens. And now I'm going to compare. Okay, so looking at these digits, I see all of them are 26. So I cannot just say one is bigger than the other. They're all 26, right? So now we'll have to go into the tens value and start comparing there. Okay, so I say all these are the same, so I'm going to cross it out. All the 2's on the tens are the same. All the 6 and the hundreds are, the ones are the same, sorry. Decimal. So now I'm comparing my tens place value. 1510. 1/10, 5/10, 1/10, 0/10. Which one is the greatest, the biggest? 5, right? So this number, 26 and 5/10, is the biggest. So I will say this one's the greatest. That's my first number. My first number is the greatest. So I'm going to write it here. 26 and 5/10 is my greatest number. Done. My symbol for greatest, it's this sign, right? So 26 and 5/10 is greater. Okay, I already got that one done. So which one will be the second greatest? If this one's already complete, check. There are 26, I already crossed them out. So I'm comparing. Oh, I already did this one, so check. I have a 1 and a 1. They're the same. So that means I have to move to the next digit. So the one on the hundreds. So here's a 5 and here's nothing. What's bigger? A 5 or a nothing? A nothing is a 0, right? So what's bigger? 5 or nothing? 5. So this number right here because there's nothing here, this number is actually greater than the nothing that I had here, that imaginative 0 that you have there. So if this number is greater, I'm going to put a check. Now I'm going to write this one as my second greatest. So I'm going to write 26 and 1500ths. It's greater. Now these two are crossed out, so I could cross those out. I only have these two numbers left. Which one is greater? 1 or 0? Because 2 and 6 are the same. So I could compare again with the tens. 1 or 0? 1 is bigger, right? So this one is third greatest. Okay, meaning I'm going to write this one third spot. 26 and 1/10, or I could put the 10th right there. Up to you. Since it was originally right here at 26 and 1/10, I don't need the 0. Honestly, I don't. Because all the way down here is imaginative zeros. Okay? So the last number left on the list is this number. So this one's the smallest. So again, 26 and 1/10, it's greater than the last digit, which is 26 and 0.500ths. 26 and 500ths. Okay? So you read this like this. 26 5/10ths, it's greater than 26 and 1500ths. Greater than 26 and 1/10. And it's greater than 26 and 500ths. So now I have these in order from greatest to least. Greatest, least. Okay, so I hope you understood that lesson. We're going to continue practicing for the next lesson, comparing decimals using a different strategy. So this is the first strategy, using the place value chart. Okay, we'll practice again with some practice work problems on your lesson. So after you copy all these notes in your journal, keep looking down here in Schoology, because you will have some work that you can practice so you can compare decimals. Okay, any questions? You already know, let me know.